Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Harold C. Borres, and I'm going to explain the main frame of our system, the class record system. So, here it is. We will run it first. My part is just only small, so it will not take long time. This one, let me just explain how this happened, how this is appear. So, first, put the package same as in the other classes. Yes, there, the section, class, grading system. Yes. So then created the class record extends to the javax.swing.jframe, and here is the method, the public class record, and then with the init components method. So sorry. The attributes of that methods are explained here in this part. Here declare the J label 1, the J button to 1, 2, 3. We have one label for this one, for the class record for this, and we have 3 buttons, the view sections, grading system, and the quit. So here the J label, yes, we use the Times New Roman font, and it's bigger. The font size is bigger because we use 36 aside rather then this view section grading system and quit is just only 14 the font size, so it is smaller than the label. And yes, that's it. We just set the font, the text, same also here in the view section. Here in the view section, because here just only the font and the text in the class record because it has no action. So here in the view sections it has action, because if you will click it you will go to other sides, other phase. So if you click it, then to the action listener, the new java.out, it will perform, and it will go here in the method here in the view section. So we will explain that later. So just the same here, it's the same here in the grading system and quit. We have the action listener here also in quit. So that's it. We use actually we use drag and drop to make the system easier and more presentable, because yes, all of this, it is all because of the drag and drop. So no more further explanation in this part. Just here, all of this, the init components, yes, the 3 buttons and 1 label. So we'll go here. Yes, here are the 3 methods for the 3 buttons for the view sections, grading system, and quit. The first one for the view section, the second one for the quit, and the third one for the grading system. Yes, it was interchanged, so it's just okay. So here we create the private void J button 1 action performed. Yes, because it was called there in the attribute of the init component. So if you will click the button view sections, then it will go here in the section class, so which was explained by Jamisola. And here, if you will click the grading system, you will go back grading system, then it will go to the grading system page. So it was explained by John Carl Balanza. And here for quit, we'll just exit into the system. We'll just yes, we'll quit. Yes, we'll just exit everything. So it's just it. No more here. Yes, for the we use try and catch for the error for the IO exception for to excuse me. And here the three buttons with the one label, the declaration of the variables, so do not modify. So that's it. Just only I have only a small part of this one, just only the front page only. This one. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, ma'am. 고맙습니다.
Good afternoon, I'm Renjan and Jamisola. I've explained the sections that Java. We have a package, PKG class record. We do public class sections, extends the Java swings.gframe, and then public sections, init components. Then we do warnings. We put here the warnings unchecked if you did check a section. Private void button to action perform java.wt event action event evt. So there we create string str event get action command. You will get the, if you click the button it will be back. If str equals back java ewt event q invoke later new renewable and public void run dispose new class record set visible true. Then we do we create another button here, the add section, private void g button 1 action performed java ewt event action event evt. We create a string here, str again, for the event get action command. This will be the command for the button. If you click the button, this line will be this line will work. If str, if the string event get action command equals add section, if you click that section then we will go here, the java ewt event q invoke later then new runnable public void run then expose new add section set visible true. And here we do the another button here, we create another button, the g button 3 action perform java.ewt event action event ept. So string, another string str equals event get action command. If the not the button str equals to r1, if you click the r1 then java ewt invoke later new runnable public void run dispose new section 1 set visible true. So let's run the code to see this. Here if you click this then it will become up. So if you click the r1 here, the string str get action command, the r1, then here it have a form, the ID number, you will input the ID number, quiz 1, quiz 4, first name, quiz 2, quiz 5, last name, quiz 3 and quiz 6, middle name, your middle exam, final exam, and section. So if we input here, try it, the number. Quiz 1 was 10, 20, and first name. Ayan. Stood, 10. Quiz 5, 30. First name, Sola. Quiz 3, 20 and 40. So your middle, my middle name. Midterm exam is 40. Final exam is 60. Section. For here, the ID, you see this ID 101 Ryan, my first name, last name, middle name. Section for 3. Quiz 1, 10 here, and then the final exam 40, and here you will see the midterm grade and the final grade. If we do update, we put here if your midterm exam is 45 to 55 date here, here 45 and the 55, then the midterm exam are now changed and the final grade. We do delete also. If we do delete this, there's the record here, and if we do add to it again, section for student here, midterm grade again, and the final grade. See this one. That's all. And I'm Jamisola. Good afternoon.
Explaining this part right here. After you click view sections, then the name of the section. Yes, this window, I will explain this part. I will explain the code behind this. So let's start. Here's the code behind that window, and first you gotta specify which package the code is in, import all the necessary things needed to run this code, like java.awt, that asterisk, and the javax.swing, and the IO or the utilities. So the R1 was clicked, so I named it as section 1, and this is the constructor, and it calls the method init components. Under init components is this one where you can find all the things that are needed are displayed on the window. First, I declared the G frame named frame, then the table is needed, J table I name it table, then an array which has the initialized values, the ID up to the final grade. Then this default table model, I named it model, and I set the column identifiers to columns. So first I set the background to light gray, the foreground to black, and the size to this is the width and this is the height. Next is I created text fields, text fields. Created 13 because there are 13 inputs needed in order to add a new record. So I named it from text 1 to text 13. Next are the buttons. I used four buttons, which is the add student button, delete button, update button, and back. Their functions will be explained later. Next are the labels. The labels are the text that are displayed on the text fields so that they can be identified that that text field is specified for this input like that. I also have 13 labels. Then I set the bounds or the place where you can display the label and the text field. To set the label on its exact location after the text field, I set it in the this is the x-axis, the y-axis, the width, and this is the height. I set this to 20 all so that it can be displayed after the text field. Yes, that is the code on how to display this right here. Yes, and also for the buttons, I also set their bounds here, all of them. And next is to make the buttons, the frame, the labels appear on the window, you gotta add it on the frame. So frame that add text1, which is the name of the text field. Do it on the buttons too, and also on the label so that it can appear on the window. Next is I created an array of objects to set the row of the data. I set the size to 15, and then this right here is block of code right here up to here is explains the how you can add the text that you input on the text fields to the table and to the CSV file. So first is under the row text1 that get text is a method that will get the text from the text field. So I will get the text inside the text1 field, then put it in the row 0. After getting the text from all the text fields, I did a try catch block here. So first I declare the file named f, and I also declare the file writer and the file reader. This right here is the formula on how to get the midterm grade and the final grade. I parse double it because it is a string, and to solve the formula, you gotta make it into a double so that the result will also be double. And after getting the result for this text 14 and text 15, the final and the midterm grade, you convert it again to string. So from string you convert it to double, and then from double you convert it back to string so that it can be saved in the CSV file as string. After that, I write all the necessary inputs in the text field with a slash. So this slash here is the thing that will indicate what you can what text you can get on the file. So first I write it, then I wrote the text inside the text field plus the slash up to the text 15. Then I close the file writer. This catch here is to catch the errors that will uncertain errors that may occur. Then finally the model add that row, this row, to the table so that it can be displayed on the window. Next block of code is the button remove row. By clicking this button, you can remove that row. So first, the next action will be the removing the row. So I added an action listener to that. After clicking that button, then an action performed method name with an action event e. Then I named I as the if and getting the selected row on the table. So if there is an existing row, then the model will remove the row, else it will print delete error. So after that is the getting the selected row data from table to the text fields, meaning if you select this row, all the data in that row will be get and will be fetched, and it will be put on the text fields below the table. First is you add the mouse listener because it requires the clicking. Then get the selected row. Also, after getting that, you will get the value of each row from text 1 to text 13. Next is, and that's how you will put all the selected, that's how you'll put all the data to the selected row to the text fields. Next is the back button. After adding an action listener, this method will take action. It will dispose the current frame and it will make the new frame appear, new frame or new window. After clicking the back button, the sections window will appear where all the sections can be found. Next is the update row. This will update the row after putting the selected row on the text fields, then editing it, then there is an existing row in the table, the model will set its value to the text that was fetched from the text field up to the 13th text field. It will set that. Then if there is no existing row, or if there's other things that is happening, then there will be an update error, and that's the update button. This code right here sets the size of the frame, the location where the frame will appear. Then clicking the close X button on the window, then set visible. Then I set the set resizable to false so that it can't be resized, and I set the title of the window to R1. And that's all for the section 1. This time I will demonstrate how our app will, our system will go on my part, the section part. So this I already ran. Click the view sections, R1, as I will input my necessary fields. 15. I will use my first name. Oh, it's my middle name. This is only for example. The quizzes will be over 20 since that's what our client said, so 18. And the term exams will be over 100, so we'll put 90 for example. 20, 9, 18. I will click the add student. It will appear on this table. all these details will appear on this first row of the table. Then it will also be written on the CSV file. So click add student. There you go. There's my ID number, my first name, my last name, my middle name, my section, my quiz, the midterm exam, then quiz 456, and then my final exam grade. So this will be my midterm grade for based on these quizzes and midterm exam, and this will be my final grade based on all these grades. So let's check on the CSV file if these details were added. This is our CSV file. There you go. It's the same details that was on the table, except that I put slash after each data. So I'll move it. And that's, I will still. Let's go back. Yes. Close this. Then after, yes, we can add successfully to the CSV file. Then the next thing that we'll do is update. So gotta click this row. Yes, click this row and we'll change the name. Sample Harold Borres. If we will click update, then the name, my first name will be changed, my last name and my middle name will be changed. So go, see, change. Lastly is the delete. I will click this and I will click the button delete. That row will be deleted. So that's how my add student update, that's how our add student update delete button works. And if I will click back, of course it will go back to the previous window. There it goes. And that's how my part of the code or my explanation is all about.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Cargi Balanza. Then I'll explain our program class record in grading system class. Okay, this is the grading system class. This one. Then if we run this class record up. Okay, this one. This is the grading system, where is the quiz is 40%, then the participation is 5, then midterm grade is 20%, then the final grade is 35%. So let's go back to the code. In grading system, this frame, we have this G frame, so we can make a frame, this one. Wait, then the table is the quizzes. We have the array object, column array, then quizzes, the participation, midterm exam, and final exam. So this one is just for the fun. Okay, let's apply grading system. Okay, we have this J button add for adding grades. The there are three buttons here: the adding grade system, update grade system, and back button. So in the left side is the where we have four labels, namely the quiz, participation, midterm grade, and final grade. This one is where the buttons are set. Then just this one, the set bounds, where is the button was set. Then same as the label, this is the label, and then the text area. This is the label, then this is the text area. They are bind together. Also this one, the label, participation, and the text area, midterm grade and final grade. So we can calculate it later for the grades of the student. Okay. In this public, in the button add action listener, new action listener. This is where if you click the button, this button add grading system, so it will perform in the grading system. It will add to the CSV file grading, namely grading system. The code is first this file, so we can call the new file grading system. Then we use file writer to write up a text, a data in the grading system.csv. Then we use this we call fw and write text. That one, where is this one, the row array. Then we disconnect, differentiate with slash, so we can see it in here. Slash. Okay, we use try cut to get the error. Then okay, the update, so we can update the grading system if sooner or later the administration will change the grading system of the school. So we have this update, and if the update is wrong, we get I will put an error. This one, I think that's all.